Okay. Can you tell me, even summarize some of the plans that the city have or you have to either improve or promote diversity in the community?
Well, what I've done thus far is a good DEI person. I'll say me more so. Now, what I like to do is when I go into a city is take a pulse of the citizens in that city. Tell me what you think about your government. Tell me if you think your government is diverse. Tell me, do you feel that the government is being attentive to your issues? I ask a lot of open-ended questions. It's to see what the fabric, meaning the citizens out here, think. You understand? And in terms of that, as a matter of fact, that is what spurred me to come to Fargo, because of some of the answers that I received back. But the thing is that, these are some of the things that I take back to my research analysis. For example, I have done is what you call an informal environmental scan. And what that means, in fact, is that I wanted to look at the internal fabric and the external fabric. Seeing, in fact, is asking the question, what do you think about diversity? Meaning asking staff, internal staff, and the external staff, what do you think about diversity? Do you think we need diversity? Now, what are your thoughts on equity? What are your thoughts on inclusiveness? And oftentimes, I would get feedback, and what I would do, out of the 1,200 staff members that I would go out and do an interview with, they gave various answers. And those answers I clarified as themes. So I will put all those themes together, and the most important themes, the imperative themes, if you will, these are the themes that I would take back to the staff members, administration, and share with them. And saying, in fact, these are what we need to do, because I am very big on recruitment and retention, but more so recruitment. Meaning, in fact, bringing in those differences, meaning diversity in mind, thought, and body, bringing that diversity into where I work, because that diversity oftentimes can produce a tremendous amount of productivity. You understand? And so I'm big on that. And so when I receive the surveys back, I'm in the process, as of now, going to each department head, explaining to them, this is what I found in this informal environmental scan. Now, what I need for you to do is to share this with your staff. Get your staff thoughts, opinions, or whatever, and then we can move forward from there. Because if I'm going to do change, I want change to be slow and methodical, but I need the buy-in, and I want them to understand what diversity is all about, and that's when I go back to education. Educating is so important, because I tell all of the directors, if there's something that you don't understand in this scan, and you're trying to explain it to your staff members, please contact me. We don't want anything being distorted. We want everything to stay on task and on target, because I want people to know is that this is what we have, this is where we need to be, let's get it done. Let's get it done. And this is where I am with that.
Wow. So when you go talk to these department heads, and I want to ask, how is the reception? So what are some of the questions that they
Well,
have for you?
well, here's the thing. Everybody, some of the staff members felt, in fact, is that diversity is not warranted. But that could be a lot of variables in that equation. You have to understand, there's always a double consciousness. People will come to work and be one way, but they have to go back to their own livelihood, and they think the way they want to think, you see. So the bottom line is that when individuals are saying, well, you know what, everything is just fine. There's no issues, there's no problems. Well, that's because everything is looking like you. Everything is acting like you. Everything is doing everything according to you. So what if, and there's always a what if, What if we decided to do a pilot program and bring a little differences into the equation? Then would you feel the same way? So it goes back to the phenomenon is that you have to educate, dissect, educate, dissect.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. So we are going to take another break here. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the challenges that Dr. Terry Hogan faced in his role right now. We will be right back.
Okay, beautiful.